your realm from collapsing and maybe causing you to lose your brain. Who cares? You think you have the pen? I lost my favorite frog in that battle. Man, break through the best parties.
That's it!
Commander!
Yxa caught Lord Yxa off guard. When the swords connected, he grabbed the hilt and held Lord Yxa in place. The corruption from the sword burned his hands, but Yxa used his followers to drag Lord Yxa into the cube.
Where was Yxa when Lord Yxa came back?
How should I know? Maybe he was standing on a cliff with a galaxy in his head, honor farming or something.
Whatever that enemy is, they're hurting us with those shockwaves.
Just like how the old world was hurting everyone who survived the war, now that Lord Yxa was defeated, Yxa was left with an uninhabitable wasteland that became the Nil Zone.
Wait, we were in the old world?
What's left of it? Beginning to corrupt the few that remained, including myself. So that was when Yxa used the rest of his power to create Paradise, the seed of a growing tree that all realms are created from. Leaving the old world behind, everyone started making a new home that Yxa had always envisioned. Cities were created, landscapes were terraformed, alliances were made, and it was all so beautiful. How boring! How pointless! Why would you create the most impressive realm in the universe with spiraling families and overwhelming prosperity? Isn't that drama?
What is wrong with you?
When I was in paradise, I found the most gorgeous woman of all.
Hard to imagine anyone would fall in love with you.
You say one more thing, I'd be forced to change the game's age rating. She uplifted me and gave me hope. Now all I could do is recollect all our memories through this indistinguishable version of her. Oh, if only I could be happy with her once again. She's standing there like the day we first met. My dearest producer, lefty and righty, I've recreated you as perfectly as I can remember.
Wait, narrator. I think...
No, it'll make me feel better. You how 2X began creating a branching web of realms. This and many others are all connected and held together by a single string, including yours. Calling it the Meta. He and the Riftwalk are carefully protected by dumping any waste into the nil zone. What used to be our home is now a dumping ground for trash and tetanus. But hey, at least it doesn't have a zombie problem that you keep forgetting to fix! Like seriously, you went from fighting zombies to people who can destroy a realm if they sneeze. What's wrong with you guys? even want to explain, Paradise became a distant memory, and that's probably where 2X is trying to stop our realm from collapsing. Though it's only a matter of time at this rate. Soon, we'll all be thrown into the no zone and either die horribly or become ugly and mutated. Well, maybe just mutated for you.
Trust me, it won't be the nil zone that'll kill you.
You don't fix this conveniently spotlights as it closes the curtain on your amateur act. Like, you can't be serious. We're doing a callback now?
Already did when you weren't looking.
Oh, of course you did! Man, I hate those dance! He waits until my show ends! He threw me away and took the only things that mattered to me! Without them, I don't have anything! And he didn't even come to my show! That loser! Oh well. What? Did you expect my mascara to run? You should have seen your faces! The pain, the sympathy, the drama! Little do you know, this mask covers up the overwhelming suffering I'm experiencing! This isn't help. But anyway, it seems your show needs a little work. So, how about we make a deal?
Don't. If headquarters finds out we're...
And I can take you to Yxa.
Deal.
See, I knew we shouldn't have brought him.